Hi, welcome to Amp It Up August in Arty Crafty Alchemy. Today I am making a sticky note cover for the first week of Amp It Up August stocking stuffers. I'm the Arty Crafty Alchemist. Let's get started. I will link all the other lovely ladies that are in this collab below. Unfortunately, my sister who created this collab can't be involved this year as she is in hospital with a broken ankle right now. So we are carrying it on for the second year without her, and hopefully next year she will be back at the helm again. I have grabbed this piece of Factory 42 paper called Plans, double-sided, got the bricks on one side and the blueprints on this side. I have a Kmart special sticky notes. They're $1 a pack from Kmart and there are 200 sticky notes in the pack. I have cut a 3 1/4 inch strip of this piece of paper from the top. I actually ended up doing 3 1/2, so I had to cut a little bit off, but that's okay. I am sorry if you can hear the music next door. Every time I go to film, they turn the music back on, and I am running out of time to film this, so I've just got to get it done. This is a piece of 7 1/4 by 3 1/4 cardstock. My cardstock is 300 GSM, and it is quite a thick cardstock, which is good, although if you didn't have heavyweight cardstock like this, you could use chipboard from boxes, whatever you have handy. I have two 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 squares. I have one from the back and one from the front. I have a 3/4 inch strip for inside. I have outside piece, inside piece, 3/4 inch piece for the inside, and I also have a 1 inch wide piece and two 1 inch cardboard strips. And then I have this piece, which is just the leftover, which at the moment measures 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I have some little elements that I'm going to use to decorate with. I am going to grab my Martha Stewart scoreboard wherever I hit it from myself. I'm going to score this at 3 1/4, and then I'm going to flip and score at 3 1/4. And fold those score lines, and there is the base for a sticky note holder. And now I'm going to grab this and work out where I want my magnets. So this bit is personal preference. I'm going to score at 1 1/2 and also at 3/4, so that gives me the same fold lines as here. And then I'm going to take my Kaisercraft punch and punch my corners, and then I have another strip here that I will end up cutting down to fit, and I am just cutting those. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, it's going to be the underside, so I am just going to eyeball, straighten it up a little, and that is for the underneath to hide the magnet. And now that I have that done, I'm going to open that out, and I have these 5 by 1 millimeter magnets from AliExpress. I have my Tim Holtz ruler, and I'm going to use that to help me position. I'm going to roughly mark out where I want the magnet, and then I'm going to position this so I am equal distances from both sides. So we want the 0 in the middle. When you're happy with the position of your center, just add a little dollop of glue, and then I'm going to grab one of the magnets and place it down on that. I probably should go just a little lower. I'm going to let that dry a minute. I have some temporary adhesive that I am just going to work out where this needs to sit. Next, I'm going to take the other magnet, I'm going to add a dollop of glue to it, and then I am going to press down and keep it on top for a second, and I'm just going to let that dry for a minute or two. And while that does that, I'm going to grab the Kaisercraft punch and work out which side of this I want. I think I'll take the light side this time, and I'm going to punch the corners of that. I'm using the large corner rounder for this. I only temporarily adhered that so that I could hopefully slide that off. Now I'm going to take the glossy accents again because I want this to stick really well, and I am going to add a little dollop on top of that and some glue around and glue my top piece on. I'm not great with glue, I usually end up with it everywhere. Now I am going to trim the bottom off this, and I'm going to use the Tombow Mono for this one. And I am going to glue that onto the closure, and I need to use the tweezers on there to hold that closed, wipe off the excess glue. Can set that aside to dry for now. Now I'm going to grab the Tombow Mono and do the outside cover. Doesn't matter if it doesn't cover all the way to the top, just have to make sure the bottom edge is all the way covered. And I'm going to flip it over and find my inside piece. Throwing things on the floor again. I really liked this feature here, so I've kept that bit, and then I'm going to add glue to this. I'm going to make sure I get glue in the corners. And then I'm going to add that to my inside panel. Next I have this piece that I am going to glue on the inside. Almost have our outside complete. As someone who's always sticking her fingers in the glue, the Tombow Mono is very, very sticky. I am going to grab this piece and reintroduce the fold lines. Going to let it find its place, and before I stick this on, I'm going to add some glossy accents on here because I want it to hold really well. And I'm going to lift that up and sit it down on it and work it so that it is flush with the bottom. And I can open that up and grab some glossy accents to stick my sticky note pad in. Sorry for my head in the way, I just try and make sure we have a good distance all the way around. Press it down. Always make sure your sticky side is at the top. Now I'm just going to let that dry a second. I'm going to score this extra piece at 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to fold that down. Then I'm going to take the Tombow Mono and add it into the crease. Glue, come on. Whoa. Big summer blowout. I'm going to spread that around a little bit and try not to use too much more glue. Just make sure you get the corners. Made a bit of a mess. And I'm going to add that on there. Put a little bit of time while it dries to make sure it's in the right spot. Next I am going to go in that crease again. And this time I'm trying to not have a big blob of glue. I usually have a little fine tip applicator of glue, but of course I go to film and who knows where it is. So I thought I'd try the Tombow Mono. I'm going to press that down onto there, and then again getting glue everywhere. I'm going to add glue to this panel, and I'm going to try and spread it out a bit so I don't have any big globs. And then I'm going to fold this over onto the back. Just noticed that wasn't 100% sticking, so I'm just going to add them in there, and all that's left to do is decorate. The Kaisercraft collectibles are pretty thick, so I can add this on here, and I'll add some foam tape up here and just stick some pieces of cardboard behind it so that it is not sticking to the paper below. I'm just using a scrap of paper so that my sticky foam won't be sticky on the bottom. It's just to hold this up in line with the magnet. I need another one. Make sure there are no overhanging pieces. So now I have 3 pieces that I can stick on. I'm going to add some of the Tombow Mono just down here. I want to make sure I don't go wider than my space. I think I need that to come down a little bit further. So now what I'm going to do is open this up, touch a tiny little bit of glue under there and on that side. Hold that onto there for a minute, and then I'm going to take these pieces of foam tape and add them around to support the top part of the cog. It's got them spread around evenly so that it can rest on there and not get damaged. Now I have these little bits, and I'm actually going to pop this one up on foam tape. I'll add some glue to the back of this. Quickly before that dries, I'm also going to add some glue onto this. Straighten that up, and then I'm going to add my little, it's the little things sentiment on the top. And there I have my little Factory 42 sticky note pad. This bit and this bit are from the document collectibles. This is from the paper pad, and this one is from the Factory 42 collectibles. Just used one sheet of paper and then some collectibles. Of course, if you wanted to add extra things in there, you could add an extra strip of the blueprints, or on the bottom of here you could add this little strip if you wanted to. And I just remembered there was one thing I wanted to do, so one last thing. I thought I would check out the words in here. I might grab maybe the Imagine or Splendid. No, I think I'll take the Imagine from the sticker sheet, and I am just going to add it underneath the cog, and that way when they open it up there will be a nice little sentiment there. I am also contemplating adding a strip down the bottom. What do you think? Let me know below whether you think I should add the strip or not. This is with the strip and then without the strip. I have a nice little sticky note stocking stuffer that will make hopefully a great gift. Please go and check out the other ladies in the collab. They are all linked below. I'll tell you who they are, but my brain's a bit fried lately, so I'll just link them all below and you can go and visit all the lovely ladies. I would hate to forget someone who is in the collab. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.